I'd tell you a vacuum joke, but they always suck. Hopefully, no, don't forget, comment your dad jokes down below. Right, so hello again everybody and welcome back. I've got one of these robot vacuum cleaners and this is the EZVIZ RS2. And let me tell you one thing, it's got me in the good books with the wife. Right, so that being said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's crack on. Right, so a lot of you might have seen these robot vacuum cleaners before, and I've had some previously and I've not really used them, but this one I've been using quite a lot. Now, it's the first one I've had with its own docking station like this, and as you can see, this is the Hoover here. Now, it is pretty big, and a good thing with this is it's got mop pads on, but it automatically removes them when it starts hoovering. And I think that's a massive plus because I've got a laminate floor, and then I've also got a carpeted floor as well. So once it's done with the mopping, it goes back in the station, takes off the mop pads, and then goes and does the hoovering. That's quality, that, isn't it? Now, a good thing with this is you can schedule cleans. So if you want to do it every morning, you can do that on the app. And it does work really well. And I'm very impressed with how it dodges around things, because it doesn't seem to hit anything. It just goes close to stuff, and then it knows it's there and just dodges it. And it gets absolutely everywhere. Even underneath my table where I've got a lot of chairs around it, manages to find its way around. Now, on top of the vacuum, we've got this little docking station thing here, and this is quite impressive. Now, it's not like those Hoovers that self-empty the actual rubbish it collects or dust. What you've got inside here is two big water tanks, one for clean water, one for dirty water, which is obviously for the mop function. And I do think that's brilliant. And another thing on the front here, you've got this. It comes with two clean mop pads because they're just velcroed on. Comes with its own little brush here, look. Sound that in it, a little cleaning station. And then all it does, it reverses itself in. And that's it, it starts charging. It also dries the mop pads, it cleans itself. And then once that you can make this come out and you can clean the sink in the bottom, it fills it with water, tells you to brush it, and then you can empty the water by clicking the sink function again. Now, what I really like about these is, when it comes to hoovering, it just feels like it takes me quite a long time. But I can set this going, it might take 10-15 minutes, but when I come back, it's spotless. And like I said, I've had vacuums previously, but I've never had one as good as this. But don't get me wrong, it's not like I've tested hundreds of different ones. I've only had a couple in the past, so I haven't got much to compare it to. But I am very surprised. Now, inside the app, you can do a couple of different things. You're obviously going to map out the area. So what it does, it uses some kind of AI and lasers and all that sort of stuff, and then it maps out your actual room. And then you can set designated zones if you like, and then you can set it on its way. Now, something that might concern a lot of people is it's got a camera on the front and it's also got a microphone. Now, this is very good in terms of security, but there are a lot of people that might find that intrusive. They do pack this camera sticker with it, so you can put that over the front and that'll cover the camera up. And then the mic, I've found in the app I can mute it, but I'm not sure if that disables the mic. But on the flip side, it could be very good for like your home security. So if you're away, if you're out, and you're thinking, well, for me as well, it's the dog. My dog likes to eat the post. So any letters I get, he likes to rip them up. So with this, I'll be able to just drive up to him and say, buddy, stop it. And it also does like a little patrol as well. So if you're on holiday or you're out and you want to check if everything's safe at home, you can send it on a little patrol, and then it'll have a look around and see what's going on. You can also manually control this as well, which might benefit a lot of people. So you can drive it round and that, and I use it a bit like an RC car, if I'm honest. I crash into the dog quite a lot. He don't like me at times, but I think he finds it fun. Now, something that did impress me, when I first started using it, I started vacuuming the laminate floor or the wood floor, and then I was just watching it, and when it went into the living room, which is carpet, it automatically switched the power or the suction, and that for me, just little additions like that, I think they're quite impressive. Because obviously on a carpet you need more power because obviously stuff's going to be buried in there. Same again goes for the mops. It'll mop the wood floor and then take the mops off, then go into the living room. Very convenient, you don't have to touch anything yourself, it does it all itself. One thing it does do is when it goes back into there, it dries the mops as well, the mop pads. So what I haven't noticed is it doesn't stink like on a normal mop. If you keep mopping up, it might smell over time. With this, it actually dries the pads. There is a child lock on this as well because you can do a lot of it from this dial on the top here. You can do pretty much everything on there. But like I say, I've got a young child and obviously they get curious. But what you can do is put the child lock on to stop him being able to press everything and set it on its way and doing stuff that, well, it doesn't need to be doing, innit? But yeah, like I say, I literally turn it off when I'm not using it. Then when I want to vacuum and that, I'll turn it on, send it on its way. When it goes back, turn it off, turn it back on when I want it to do it again. Now for me, it's quite hard to do videos like this because it's not something I do that often. But I do like some things like this, some funky gadgets and that. Really interested me. I didn't think it were going to be that good, but it's really impressive. If I take this out of here, you're going to see underneath here, you've got this. Obviously, that's where your rubbish collects and that. On the bottom here, you've got another section. That's obviously the brush section. That can come off as well. But yeah, I just think it's really cool and thought I'd make a video on it. Now, I don't know if any of you own robot vacuum cleaners. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you own one? Is it something you'd be interested in? And like I say, when the wife gets out of bed and I'm like, done all tidying, love. I've mopped floor, done everything. By hand, on my knees and lot. Then it gets me in the good books for the day. Do what I want. And if you don't own a robot vacuum cleaner, would it be something you'd be interested in? Now, when it comes to pricing, they're not the cheapest things in the world. I think this comes in at like £1,000 or something. But if that's something you're willing to spend on something like this, then I've got to say it's going to be something I continue to use. I can't compare it to other robot vacuums or anything like that because I don't really test that many. But for me personally, it is something I'm going to keep using. Now you might think it's easy for me to say because obviously EZVIZ sent me this out free of charge to test and review and they are sponsoring this video, but I did tell them the review will be fully my own opinion. They're not telling me to say anything or out like that. But yeah, just a little interesting one, a little fun one. And let me know in the comment section down below what do you think. Now, I will leave links in the description down below where you can go and check this out. And there might also be a couple of different variations of it as well. So be sure to go and check those out if you are interested. Right, so that being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And I'll see you soon. Ta-da!